Hey sparkly people, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. This is the weekly fire edition, which I haven't done for the last couple of weeks because I've had my energy all over the place. So I had to concentrate on manifesting in my personal world, and we sort of have a little, so things are evening out. So I'm going to do a Greenwood reading. So we're going to walk through what's going on, what's the energies for the week. I'm going to give us a few cards from a few different decks first so we can get a round energy of what's going on. And at the end I'm going to do individual star signs for the individual star signs, all right, for you guys. So I'm going to start. Where we're going to start? I'm going to start with the Dreamtime reading deck. All right, let's go with this. Let's take that one. Ooh, the mullet. All right, for my Australian viewers, we can all have a little bit of a giggle just here because we know that this mullet here is a little bit of a long-haired thing. But for the average viewer, this is actually a fish. And what have we got? It's about community. Right, so if you've been feeling alone, this card's for you. I'm going to do a bit of storytelling, so just bear with me while we go through what the mullet actually has to say. All right, let's see. So, the mullet represents community at large gatherings and celebrations. It reminds that you are part of a community and that at times you will crave company of others. It celebrates time spent with family, friends and groups of like-minded people. Now is a good time to plan and get together with a group of people, perhaps host a gathering at your place or in your local community. The mullet reminds you of the continuity of the seasons, of times when you crave company of others and times which you wish to retreat and spend time in your own solace. Because the mullet is a very resilient fish and quite plentiful, it is also associated with fertility and pregnancy and marriage. Any of those celebrations that involve growing together and sharing with one another. When the rings of the mullet show up, it is time to enjoy life with your soul family and acknowledge your place in the wider community. Share meals, introduce yourself to your neighbours and see if there's anywhere in your local area that you might be able to volunteer your time talents in your community. Alright, so we can see that. You can see all those little fishes swimming around and they're in their community. So, it might be time for you to have a party. It might be time for you to say yes to going to a party. So, get out in your community. That's what that's saying to me. I think we've all been a bit isolated. I've been isolated. I needed to reach out to my friends. Reach out to your friends. Tell them you need company, because sometimes we need it, right? And you've got to put yourself out there. Alright, so I'm going to give us one from the Australian wildflower. That one. Ooh, what have we got? The native geranium. And that's about protection. Alright, so we can tell what that is. So, as much as in your community might be protecting you, that might be part of that. They go together. Alright, let's have a look and see what the native geranium actually says. This is a strong flower of protection and grounding when it appears as an offering to you that it is offering to you its energy and suggesting that you should seek and ground balance and center yourself and those around you. It is a time for staying close to home, staying quiet and going in within rest and reflecting within. Home improvements and matters of your health are indicated in self-nurturing and others. It also self-nurturing and others is suggested. You might find the softer approach will enable a better outcome to matters at hand. The challenge of the native geranium is being overburdened and not setting your boundaries. As a healer, the geranium is one of the supportive female health and protection offers protections for those facing any physical challenges. Okay, so that's a little bit on and off. It's sort of saying reach out, protect yourself though. It's alright, stay grounded. Sort of says to me, meet your neighbours. It's saying stay around home. If you haven't introduced yourself to your neighbours, time to go out and knock on the door and say hi. We're neighbours. Alright, I'm going to give us one from the... Ooh, this is a starseed. This is a starseed? Yep, this is a starseed. Work your light, actually. This is your work your light. The crumbling. What are you clinging on to? Right, this is a bit tower, and you can see that. You can see the lightning energy inside of that, and it's really looking at your direction. So, when we look at this tower and where our energy is going, where are you putting your energy? Is it crumbling down around you? When the tower happens, what happens is it gets rid of all those extra bits around you that you've been holding on to that you don't need, right? And so it's sort of the tower, it's big. It's a big energy. but it strips you down to your bare bones, to your foundation, to you as a human, right? And you as a person. What is it you believe in? What are you clinging on to that you don't believe to? So it's a bit of a mixed thing inside of there. All right, let's give us one from, oh, there's two that have just come out. Let's go. Oh, the comic. So this is the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So the comic is talking about sort of putting on a face for the world, that you might be hiding something, and it's sort of talking about, you know, taking light of it, that you might be putting on a bit of a mask, like I'm making light of the situation. That's what it sort of is. So I moved all the cards over there. What's the other one I've got here for us? Oh, and the crone. So there's a bit of wisdom inside of this. You might feel that you feel like you're old, and there's money to be made in here. This crone knows her wisdom. This is about really checking in with your wisdom, and really like holding what's dear. There might be an older person, an older woman around you that you might be needing to connect with, but this is sort of about our wisdom. And you know, you see that reached out hand and the messages and the pentacles inside of there with the bird, and the messages is bird and the pentacles. So that's interesting for us. That's good, that's good. All right, Earth Magic, got to do one. Before I turn it down so we can start the green one. All right. All right. Oh, Earth Magic. And we have it again. Lightning Power, Lightning Power. This card also says use your power for good and not evil. So there's a lot of turbulence in that. You can see there's a lot of power in that. It's about using your strength in the proper ways, and we've got a lot of strength and power in here. So as much as you might be protecting yourself, getting involved with your community and the people that you know, and you know, find your wisdom inside of that. You might be hiding, you might be masking. We all mask a little bit, like, and masking our pain. All right, but you've got a strength, and there's something inside of here that might be breaking down to bring you back to you. Getting rid of the bullshit is what happens just there. All right, so that's our general feels. That's how we start. There's a little bit of mixed stuff going on there. I'm going to turn it down so we can see the table, so you can see the green we've built. We start with the present state, and we're going to take a little bit of a journey through and see what the energies are for the fire element, our passion, our faith this week, and then the individual star signs. So I'm going to turn it down so you can see it all happen. Let's see. All right, so we start with our present state. So it's where we're at, where it's in, where the energies have come in. All right. Oof, we're jumping today. Okay, so we're going to start with your present state. This is exploiting yourself. This is manifesting. This is your bees in a trap. This is really getting down to the brass tacks and the brass nails, and really like actually working hard to make your money. This is real manifestation cards. You can see it. I always think a bit of Nicki Minaj in that. Your bees in a trap, right? All right, so we start there. You're exploiting yourself. You're out there making your money. You're out there making your dreams. You're out there trying to make something happen in reality, right? All right, the next card is your spiritual mediator. So it's the next energy that surrounds us just here. Look at that. We were talking about a celebration with friends and family. You know, get out and celebrate who you are. I think we spend a lot of time there. So we might have a marriage in here. We could have a whole different, there's a bit of fertility inside of this. You can see the family dancing around the fire inside of this, and you can see their castle and their home as the sun shines. So this is a great spot. This is sort of a marriage card, celebrations, and people getting together. Tells me it's time for you to get out and get together with your people. Don't isolate. Things are changing. You're going to break down some of this old stuff you've been clinging to. You've been protecting yourself. You've been having to put a mask on, right? And you know you're older than wiser than that. It's time to break things down and celebrate. All right, so that's where we're at. The next card is the conscious will. It's what we consciously think about what's going on. Oh, keep going. Ooh, look at that. Very water card, obviously. It's cups. But this is about the generosity of the world around you. You know that there's people around you who are generous. You can feel the cups being filled between each other. We sort of, I feel your cup, you feel the next person's cup, and we all fill it together, and there's a generosity of love and abundance inside of this card. This is good. These are good things. What's the driving force? So what's driving the circumstance? What's our driving situation inside of this? The source of our power. The source of your power. The sun is going to shine. This is great. All right, so this is about bathing. This is about having power. This is about having drive in your heart. This is about taking in what the universe brings to us, that light, that loving light. We are all part of this same thing. We are made of the same thing as what the universe is made of. All right, and so that's what this card talks about, is really absorbing that light, really being part of that light and feeling bathed inside of it. Nice bright energy for you. That's your drive. And it's really fertile, and so it's driving and passionate. All right, so on the other side, we've got our conscious will here. We've got our unconscious empathy on the other side. What's the unconscious empathy? All right. What are we thinking about? It's our undercurrent. Nope. That one. Oh, my goodness. You're strong enough. You got a strong heart. So this backs up the sun. They go together. All right, so this is about the strength of your morals. This is about strength of your character. This is about strength of your beliefs. And believing in yourself. You've got a strong heart, that you've got determination for what you've got going on. Ooh, nice energies. I like this. Okay, so we go through all of that. We need to get to what the obstacle is. What do we need to work on? What's your challenge? All right, fire. Fire. What's the challenge for the fire this week? What's the challenge for the fire piece this week? Not there. All right, let's get going. There it is. Ooh, okay. So this is again a manifestation card. This is really taking your inspiration, honing in it, and actually being able to put it on the physical plane. And this is feeling that healing. This is feeling your connection to the crone, I guess. This is technically the magician. Right, and so when we're talking about the shaman, he's taking his spiritual learning and he's able to apply that to the world to actually help heal people. So you might be in a position that you're looking for somebody to heal you, that you're not being able to connect, or you might feel like you're having trouble manifesting everything into your life because you're working really hard at it. This is a spiritual manifestation, where this is a physical manifestation, right? And so we're sort of working on pushing that spiritual manifestation. What's the healing element? What's going to help? What have we got to work with? What have we got to work on? What have we got to work with? All right. Wow, I haven't done these for a couple of weeks. I really was off, and this feels great. All right, so the healing element is healing. Okay, this is taking time to connect your root chakra. This is really taking time to connect with, your spirit guides. This is taking time to connect with your soul, all right? And reconnect. I'm taking time in the physical world to take time out to heal you as a person. All right, so we go through this exploitation where we have worked really hard, and this is about healing yourself. You work hard, you need to heal yourself and take that little bit of rest inside. But this is a mind, body, and soul healing card. All right, so we've come to a great place. The next and last card for the outcomes for the fire element is the outcomes. Let's see what the general outcome is, and then we'll do the individual star signs. There it is, outcome. All right. So this is about rest. This is an emotional rest, right? So you've got a lot of fire and you've got a lot of passion going on here, and you're healing and you're working hard and you've been protecting yourself and your strength. This is sort of, you see in here, this is the Queen of Air. And so this is about communication, and she's thinking about it. And we're thinking about all of the emotional things we've done. And you can see that this cup pours out, this cup pours out. These are the only cups that pour out in this deck, right? Because we're recycling, we're refining. All right, we're filtering our water. We're filtering our emotions in this card. What I do like about it is it's no drama llama, right? This is not a dramatic circumstance. It's a healing spot. It's a 4. We stop. We rest at 4. Okay, so this is about resting your emotions, and you're not going to feel drama llama, and you're going to think about them a little bit. Think about what's gone on to get to this point. Okay, that's interesting for us fire people. So we come to a great place where we know that we're driven, we know there's a lot of fire inside of us, there's protection inside of you. Even if the world is crumbling down, you've got this lightning power that's going to go on you. All right, even if it's crumbling down, you've still got the power to work with inside of this. Strength, your heart, your intestinal fortitude, you're really driving yourself as a person. All right, and so we've got to try to, this healing and here, it's grabbing to the shaman. It might be that you're seeking old knowledge, because we could really put these two together, the shaman and the crone. It's seeking older knowledge. It's seeking something to heal you. It's looking for your inspiration. And how do you bring that into reality, all right? And there's a time of healing that needs to come with this. All right. I'm going to do individual star signs. So I'm going to start with Aries. Okay, Aries, what have we got for you today? 1, 2. One more for Aries, please. One more. What have we got? A little bit of shuffle. I am going to do a Taurus energy reading because we've moved into Taurus. So we're going to see what that is for the month. And see what we've got coming up. And I'm doing dailies, if you haven't seen, on TikTok. And if you want a TikTok quick sip, I'm doing them for 25 bucks. Hit me up. All right, so we've got a transition of the mind, Aries. This is taking you from one spot to another. All right, so we've been thinking about a lot of things. This is really taking your time that when you go, you leave one spot and it's your mind. It's like, I'm no longer there. I've moved, I've changed the way I think. I think differently about things, but you're moving from one place to another. It's sort of an ending, but you leave that spot behind. You're no longer thinking the way that you did because you're infused with the green man, right? Powerful, driven energy inside of here. This goes with the strength. This is a solid, solid driven individual. And he's grounded and he looks after everything around him. He's plentiful, he's bountiful. He's really watching out for nature. He watches out for the animals. And he really is in charge and control. So there's a strength inside of this, of charge and control. Very Aries energy. Aries, by the way. And we got this boat again. Look at that. All right. So when we take these transitions, and this again ties to this emotion, so we've got the Queen of Water in this particular cup, right? And we're reflecting in this mirror, and you see this boat again. This is a spot where we get to look at our lives, and we get to reflect on it without being emotionally attached to it. We get to distance ourselves from it. You're going through this transition of mind, but you're also taking your emotions with it. This is a big energies, but you've got the strength, determination, Aries, to do everything that you want. It's all sitting here. Take a little bit of time to heal. There's a no drama llama. Just hold on. You don't need to be like, hold on. You're making a transition and you've got the power to do so, Aries. All right. Thank you very much for being here. I hope that resonates for you. Let me know in the comments because I really would love to know. All right. That's next to Leo. All right. What have we got for Leo today? What have we got for Leo this week? What have we got for Leo this week? Oh, one. This one. There's 2. One more. And there's 3. Oh, so we're going to start with that one. Okay, this guy is seen as the Bachelor card. And why? And why? Because he's always searching. This never settled down. This is a fire element guy under the age of 25. Under the age of 35. Usually, that's when they become a king or whenever they grow up. This guy doesn't settle down because there's filthy words to him. I'm still spiritually searching. I'm searching for what I believe in. I'm still driven by my passion. You can see the divining rod in there. This is a real sort of spiritually immersive card because he really is still looking for it. He's not the king. He is on his adventure and he's searching for his spiritual path. All right, seeking instruction. Okay, so this being a 10 is a 1 and a 0. So we have the master and the apprentice or the student. So when we're looking at this, it's about really passing on your knowledge. So if you're the shaman and you're not, or you're looking for that, you're looking for that crone, this is that spot that you might be seeking for a mentor, really, to actually chat through with these things. Or you're at the end of a course. We go both ways. It's either the master or it's the beginning. It's innocent or it's the master, right? So to go with this, you got a new way of talking. Okay, so it might be that you do a course. You're spiritually seeking something. You can see him looking at that card. You're spiritually seeking something. You're spiritually seeking information. You might be sourcing out a lot of information. You might be taking on a course. This here says you are speaking a new truth, a breath of fresh air. You are speaking a new truth. You're speaking it out loud, and you're going to be telling people about it. So I feel that you got a lot of fiery strength and energy in here, a lot of passion. It might be taking on a course, it might be teaching a course, but there's got a new way of talking for you and a new way of thinking. Leo, thank you very much for being here. If you are after a TikTok quick spill, let me know. Okay, because I can make one of those just for you. Okay, so we then have, last but not least, we then have Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, let's go. 1, off the table. 2, ooh, thinking about home. 3, all right, definitely thinking about home. All right, so what do we got? We've got very strong earthy things, right? So, this guy has a lot of strength and he has a lot of capacity. He's not a knight. He's not still building. He knew that slow and steady. But in the West, he's got control. He's got, he's strong and he's stable and he's able to take on the role. He is confident in everything that he does. Alright, but we're talking about the home in here. So it may be that somebody's connected with a home like this, or that you're really driven to make a home. You're really driven to find this spot. Maybe it's inside of your home that you're like, I need to build, I need to change things up. We've also got the Page of Stones, which could be an earth element child, but we're really talking about nesting here. So these three cards sort of go together in a building sort of way, in a practical, methodical sort of way to achieve very practical goals in your life, Sagittarius. So this really is about a bit of a journey and the home and what really that means to you, what the ideal of your legacy is, and you're really ready to invest in that. What is all of these? They're earthy cards and they're all about investing in your home just there. Alright, Sagittarius, I hope that resonates. Let me know in the comments because I really would love to know. If you are after a TikTok quick spill, let me know because I can make one just for you. Right, so thank you for being here, Sagittarius. That was a raw run through. I haven't done them for a couple of weeks. That was nice and fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up and I will catch you on the flip side.